does X mean? My immediate answer when I was 5 years old would have been a reference to X marks the spot. My answer was a result of my imagination, for which in every toddler is unlimited and infinite. 10 years later, while I still have an answer, it will be a very different one, an answer grounded by reality and logical thinking. Therefore, we can suggest that X is the persona of change, a variable. Society has so many uses of this particular variable in our everyday life. The letter X is put next to the title of a freshman class so that the professor knows he is teaching a new group of students in the university. X is being used here to symbolize new beginnings and opportunities. In terms of gender, while M represents male and F represents female, X is the term for the non-binary. Here we see X being used to symbolize something of no boundaries and no limits. When doctors correspond with each other about different patients' conditions, they use the letter X to displace their patients' names. They do this because of doctor-patient confidentiality privileges. On a deeper note, the letter X is used to erase their identity, as if they never existed on this earth. And that is what the letter X means to me now, as a means to blot out someone from this world. Of course, this particular and fundamental use of X stems from my origin, Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was in this country that the second largest genocide in Europe occurred, the first being the Holocaust. This genocide, committed by misled idealists, resulted and believed in the death of over 8,000 Muslims. And it was this kind of ethnic belief that caused a deep scar into Bosnian soil. In 1995, after nearly 4 years of fighting, international forces finally stepped in. The UN Security Council created the International Criminal Tribunal to bring in the leaders of the genocide into justice. It had been the first international tribunal since the Nuremberg trials. The leaders of the genocide were indicted for crimes against humanity. And while this might bring some closure to those who fought and lost loved ones in the war, it does not repair the deep wound inflicted into Bosnian soil, the resentment that a Bosnian breathes when there is denial towards this genocide. We see X everywhere, on the tombstones of unidentified skeletons, or the nameless infant who did not receive a name before her death, a constant reminder that those we lost are not coming back. Whenever a catastrophe like this happens, X is always around the corner, haunting the lives of many which will be consumed in the coming conflict, ready to take up the innocent citizens' names with its own. The name is the identity of the person. It contains your personality. It is a chunk of who you are. By replacing the name with the letter X, you become non-existent, unidentifiable, and this is permanent. There is no going back. What you do, who you become in a time of essence, defines your fate and future decisions. Your ability to act or your inability to act is reflection and summation of your past experiences and events. On July 11th, the world gathers together and says never again. On July 11th, everyone remembers. While we can try to single out a meaning of X, the simple truth is that society has just too many uses of it. It is a cover-up for the things we don't want to admit. Guilt, fear, greed, all emotions utilizing X to masquerade as something else. And this is why finding out what X means is so difficult. Because when we explore it in different circumstances, it is as if we are holding up a mirror to the part of ourselves that we don't allow other people to see, that we don't like to see. And it is in these circumstances that critical decisions are made. Decisions which determine whether or not you become a force of opposition or the unrelenting aid to prevent someone from becoming an X. Thank you.